I would like to tell you the story behind the music and art video that I produced featuring Taimani. This project is dedicated to my dear friend PALEPA, ELVA GARDNER, Taimani's mother. This oil painting is titled Whisper of Her Touch, and it is fortuitously named that because on this other painting titled Chaos Seeds of Change, which was painted a year before her passing, I asked her to dance for me, and I used her hands as my reference. Elva was always there for me. She held my hand when I was going through breast cancer. It was 2 weeks after my surgery, a bilateral mastectomy, when her sudden passing shocked our world. How could it be that she, who was so full of life, so vibrant and strong, would be taken away so suddenly, while I, who was dancing with death, continued to live? Perhaps painting a portrait of her was my selfish way of healing myself. Perhaps I want to immortalize her youth and beauty. When Elva was alive, more often than not over a glass of wine, she and I would wish and brainstorm about my artwork being featured in one of Taimani's music videos. I always believed that things happened at the right place and the right time. So when I finished the painting, Whisper of Her Touch, I asked Taimani if we could do a collaboration of such a project, and she said yes. Then a wonderful and brilliant cinematographer, Adriel Bencosme, came into my life, and I asked him to film the video. Without any reservations, without any hesitation, he agreed. We didn't think too much in terms of script. At first, I thought of using Taimani's original music called Neptune, but eventually we decided on her original music called Air. It's a very soothing, calming, yet energizing and hopeful soundtrack. Also, Taimani and I knew we would be wearing Elva's clothes in the video. It was simply a way of feeling Elva's spirit even more so. At first I wasn't too keen about the white fence separating Taimani and the water, yet after discussing this with our cinematographer, Adriel, it dawned on us that the symbolism here is that death is a change and migration of the soul from this physical world to another. On this scene where Taimani walks into my gallery, she glides, she dances on her own, she's serenading us. She seems to be looking for her mom in my paintings. The day before the filming, Adrian and I were testing the lighting in the gallery. It was 4:30 in the afternoon, so the sun rays seep into the windows of the gallery, and we moved the lamps around to eliminate the shadowing that would be casted while Taimani walked through the rooms. After filming and editing, I still saw shadows, but I realize now that maybe they are meant to be there. The symbolism is as if Elva's shadows were following Taimani's, or Taimani's were following Elva's. I'm happy with this outcome. After all, what is reality? It could be that we must die even in this life if we were to know anything of what the five senses cannot reveal to us. It reminds me of the philosopher Plato's meaning of dying, which is seeing beyond the shadows. The beautiful red dress that Taimani is wearing was Elva's gown that she wore when she competed in the 1979 Miss Universe pageant representing Samoa. Adriel and I hardly directed Taimani in any of her steps. For the outside shots, we waited a few minutes for the sky to be a little overcast. She was wondering if she should wear a flower behind her ear or not. And there was a perfect flower on the ground, and she puts it behind her ear. She poses perfectly. At first I thought to myself she should be wearing the flower behind her left ear, just like Elva in the painting. But after seeing the finished video, it was meant to be, because the final image is a picture of the two of them reflecting each other. Immersing myself halfway in the pool was a very spontaneous decision. The symbolism here for me is very profound. Water is said to be the source of all that exists. Her painting comes alive on the side of the white fence while I am in the water. In essence, she is still with us in this world.